Aligning with a completely new reality, November 2024. Dear friend, we have a lot to catch up on, so let's get right to it. The energies of this month are inviting us to move out of our comfort zone so that we can embrace a greater heart and love-focused reality for everyone who is ready to welcome it. A whole new reality. We are currently moving through a potent timeline in which everything is changing at instantaneous speed. Many people are feeling completely discombobulated and confused. If you are feeling this way at times, know that you are not alone and that everything will be okay. A new heart-centered world has been waiting to birth itself for quite some time, and we're now seeing glimpses of it everywhere. This new world has been patiently giving humanity the time and space it needs to allow its karmic soul contracts to be resolved. If we've been experiencing a rough time recently, it's because our karmic soul contracts are being addressed and resolved. A new way of living is now ready to be fully realized into our existence, and that's why things are feeling a bit challenging and all over the place for so many. This new earth has been preparing itself for this for a very long time. It was set in motion hundreds of years ago and has recently been anchoring itself by leaps and bounds, especially over the last 60 years. This has happened as a result of the personal commitment and dedication of so many way showers, healers, teachers, empaths, space holders, indigenous tribes, and light workers who have been anchoring great amounts of light into the earth. If you are someone who has recently awakened spiritually, a big part of that has to do with all the light work done by those who came before you. They have been diligently contributing their light to help raise the consciousness of humanity. Let's just take a moment to express our gratitude to all those who have paved the way for all of us to be here now. What a blessing! As we move into the next few months, we will experience a highly concentrated window of time. Once utilized, that window's energies will help us collectively materialize a giant leap forward in human consciousness. This will also show up in ways that will bring us together with our soul family. This soul family will offer us a sense of home and safety. It's important to be mindful of the people entering our lives over the next few months, as many of them will be part of our soul family, who are helping us continue to anchor higher light into this new reality. Many of us have already aligned with many of our soul family members, but of course, families can always expand to include new members. What is the new reality? The new reality is the new earth, a heart-centered reality based on love, transparency, compassion, kindness, divine wisdom, and equality for all. How do we align with this new reality? Although there are many ways to align with the new earth, below are just a few suggestions that will help immeasurably. Authenticity. One of the most effective things we can do to align with the new earth is to be completely honest first and foremost with ourselves, then with the world around us. The first step is to take a quick inventory of where in our lives we are already being completely authentic, honest, and transparent, and what areas might benefit from having more of these qualities. Being honest and authentic is not to be mistaken with being intentionally unkind, rude, or hurtful, especially in the way we deliver our truth. The latter behaviors have no room in our new earth. Some simple questions we can ask ourselves to help evoke greater authenticity are, what are the things that matter the most to me in life? And who am I when I express myself freely and fully from the heart? Loving unconditionally. For thousands of years, the idea of love has suffered many misinterpretations in most societies. We've been taught through religious and philosophical doctrines, the media, and cultural traditions, that in order to experience love, we must earn it. Most of these ideologies also lead us to believe that we must suffer in order to experience love, or that we have to worry about it, search outside ourselves for it, sacrifice for it, experience pain and heartbreak over it, expect it to be conditional, and so on. True and authentic love is always easy, unconditional, expansive, joyful, eternal, steadfast, and non-judgmental. It's simply the way people have misinterpreted love that has created the illusion that it's anything less than that. During the next few months, One of the most important things we can do to align with the new earth is to rediscover what love really is, and then begin loving completely. We begin by loving ourselves, then the world around us. For so many generations, most of humanity has been taught that it is wrong for us to love and honor ourselves in the same way we are supposed to love and honor others. That tradition is actually one of the main reasons why humanity once moved away from knowing our divinity and who we really are. We were taught to look outside of ourselves for the answer, when all along, it was within every fiber of our being. Thank goodness those days are winding down quickly now, and that people are understanding more and more that in order to be the most expanded, open, happy, and loving version of ourselves, we must first start by truly loving ourselves. To the mind, this may not come easily, simply because we have not been taught how to love ourselves. So, we can ask ourselves some questions, such as, how would unconditional love treat me if it were embodied as a person? And how can I open up to being that person? I invite you to make a list of all the ways an unconditionally loving person would treat you. Are they generous, kind, non-judgmental, fun, playful, respectful? Do they make you feel seen, heard, appreciated? Do they make you gifts, sing to you, take you on special nature walks? And of course, the list goes on. It's always wonderful to connect with a soulmate from our soul tribe, someone who can mirror these qualities back to us. Yet in order for that to happen the way we truly desire, it's important for us to begin showing up as our own soulmate first. A will to heal. Unconditional love will bring up all within us that needs to be healed, all the inner imbalances and feelings of loss we carry with us. Often when we heal from an imbalance, a large burden is lifted out of our energy. Although the spirit loves to travel light, the mind sometimes takes a bit longer to be convinced, simply because it has grown accustomed to the burdens it has carried. There are different levels of willingness, especially when it comes to healing. For many people, it's not until their thoughts feel increasingly uncomfortable that they are ready and willing to heal and let go of the stories they have identified with for so long. These are the stories that the mind uses to reinforce the idea that we are broken or lacking in some way. These are the stories that create victim/survival consciousness, which is actually the lowest aspect of humanity's consciousness. Yet in this unique time we are in, we no longer need to identify with or operate from victim consciousness. We have the opportunity now to shift our personal and collective timelines so that we can truly begin to operate from the most empowered and sovereign part of ourselves. This is also known as our spirit/goddess/god/higher self aspect. So then the question becomes, are we truly willing and ready to heal? Are we willing to let go of the dramatic emotional patterns, the insecurities, the stories, the fear, worry, lack, addictions, guilt, shame, self-sabotage, blame, and all other behaviors that affirm victim consciousness? Once we get an inner yes, we can begin asking questions like, who am I outside of the limiting stories my mind has identified with? And what steps am I willing to take to find that out? If you are finding that you are not healing as quickly as you would like, healing being just another word for remembering the wholeness, perfection, and abundance that has been in you all along, then invite your mind to see where it may still be identifying with the old victim consciousness. The mind might immediately resist and think something like, I don't want the old patterns. I really want to heal. However, question it. Ask, do you really want to heal? Because clearly, you are still finding comfort in the old discomfort. Once you begin questioning your mind in this way, it begins to light up parts of the brain that have been dormant. These are the parts that allow for the highest wisdom and insight to come through, loud and clear. Connecting with the sacred Merkaba. A highly effective way to align with and anchor a new heart-centered reality for all of us is to begin working with the sacred Merkaba. What is the Merkaba? The word Merkaba, comes from the ancient Egyptian term for light body. Mer is light, Ka is spirit, and Ba is body. The Merkaba is an electromagnetic field shaped as a unique pattern of sacred geometry. This energy field is found in all living things in creation. Its pattern is formed in the shape of a star tetrahedron, a three-dimensional, eight-pointed star, in the shape of two pyramids, one inside the other. One of the main roles of the Merkaba is to align the mind, body, and heart. This alignment then allows the Merkaba to serve as the vehicle that transports the spirit and the body into higher states of existence and higher dimensions. This usually manifests in several ways. The Merkaba is often awakened through specific, dedicated meditative breathing methods and mindfulness expanding practices. It can also be awakened through consistent acts and thoughts of pure love, service, compassion, acceptance, integrity, and kindness. The self would also be included as one of the recipients of these gifts. The Merkaba is the manifestation of the sacred union of the divine feminine and the divine masculine within all living things. The Merkaba also balances the feminine and masculine energy within all living things, creating an environment for a peaceful existence, which then becomes each being's default vibrational setting. It enables us to experience expanded states of awareness, and restores the full remembering of who we are as spiritual beings. Even though each living being has its own Merkaba, together we also have a collective Merkaba. Humanity's Merkaba. In the past, when the collective Merkaba was dormant, no matter how much of our time we dedicated to our spiritual practice, more often than not, inner growth would always feel challenging, as if we were climbing a tall mountain. Now those days are long gone, because the consciousness of humanity has reached a point where this kind of struggle is no longer a necessary part of our path to greater growth and awareness. We are in a time now when it is much easier for us to expand our own individual consciousness, remain steadfast in our spiritual practice, share our spiritual gifts openly, and feel more connected to our higher self than ever before. Connecting with the sacred Merkaba. This process will help you to connect with the Merkaba. 1. We begin by viewing a picture in the shape of an actual Merkaba as a point of reference. If you haven't seen one before, simply type Merkaba into your search engine, and you'll see lots of Merkaba images come up. Here is one example. 2. Next, we close our eyes and visualize the Merkaba spinning clockwise in our third eye area, the space in between and slightly above the eyebrows. We focus our attention on the spinning Merkaba for several minutes. If you prefer to see it in different colors, please feel free to do so. 3. Then we gently allow the Merkaba to move down through the body until it settles into our heart area, still spinning in the same direction that it was before. From here, we can simply focus our attention on the spinning for a few minutes. Now, with our right hand placed over our heart, we can affirm: Dear humanity, I see you. I love you, and I know who you really are. On behalf of anyone who ever made you feel anything less than the wholeness and perfection you truly are, I am so sorry. Forgive them, because they just didn't know any better at the time. Know that you are loved beyond measure now, and always, and I will always be here to remind you of this. We are one family. And so it is. 4. Later, we envision ourselves lovingly holding a miniature Earth in our hands, the size of a soccer ball. This mini-Earth acts as a surrogate to our Earth. 5. Now we see this mini-Earth being showered with unconditional love and compassion from our heart space. We see this love from our heart represented by the pink light of the divine feminine and the emerald green light of the divine masculine. 6. We see these lights radiate from our hearts, braiding themselves together and saturating every cell, fiber, and molecule of the Earth in our hands. 7. Afterwards, we visualize all of humanity holding hands in a gigantic circle all around the world. See each person singing and smiling hugely. 8. Finally, we express our deep gratitude to our body, mind, and I Am Presence for facilitating this personal and global healing activation. If you would like to connect even more with the energies of the Merkaba so that it can support your continued spiritual expansion, I recommend printing out a picture of one that you really enjoy. Look at it and meditate with it at least once a day. Connecting with the Merkaba has so many healing benefits, including youthening instead of aging, developing our intuitive and extrasensory gifts, experiencing instant, deliberate manifesting, having physical and mental vitality, developing a deep connection to spirit, and of course, anchoring in a new heart-centered world, where we can all thrive and prosper. The next few months are going to play a pivotal role in helping us set the foundations of a new earth as we collectively materialize a giant leap forward in the consciousness of humanity. Here's to all of us entering a brighter new world together with ease, grace, and joy. And so it is. Until next time. With gratitude. Emmanuel. Archangels Michael and Faith, remember your heart light. Today I will talk about something different, but actually it is the most important thing of all. And it is about family. Ohana. Family. You belong to the family of love. And you are rooted deep down into Mother Earth, and at the same time you are connected with the universe. And this is how you stay connected. Sometimes there are so much darkness, and you meet evil in different shapes, and you fight till you are so broken that you can't stand up. This is the moment when you forget about your true family. The darkness around you, and you cannot get a clear sight right through it all. The sun always shines above the dark clouds. But attempts are done to hide the sun, and its light, to make you live in the gray. Ohana. You are bonded with your family, and your family will never abandon you, no matter what you go through, your family always awaits you. In fact, your family is proud of you. And your family cherishes you, and loves you more than you can ever know. Family. Family is not only blood relation. It reaches over any border. There are no limits to your family. You might be caught up in the dark web of fear and horror, but it is only temporary, for we are here on the other side waiting for you, to remember us. Every time you sleep you met us. But you rarely remember it. For going back down into your physical body each night, you pass through different layers of dimensions, and you lose the memory, and then you awaken to your main reality, living on Earth. As if you were a plant. Care for yourself, water yourself, give yourself new soil, every now and then, allow yourself to stand in the sunshine, in the light of the day, and enjoy life. Let your roots grow deep into your ground, where you live, and love every drop of water. Your family is a big part of you. Your family is in a way also a plant of earth. And you are connected via your roots that meet deep in the earth. Love your feet and love your roots, and you will feel an instant connection, a tingling in the soles of your feet, maybe even in the palms of your hands. You see, the bond is highly physical. You can feel it when you focus with your heart. The connection to your family always goes via your love in your heart, and love will always win no matter of the gray clouds or dark webs that try to hinder the connection. Just work on it, don't give up. Love is forever, and all the other will fall aside and vanish eventually. Just have faith in your heart light, and know it is already there, you just have to turn it on. We love you. Michael and Faith. Who are the Blue Avians? Imagine connecting with the Blue Avians, these otherworldly, radiant beings from the 12th dimension. They're likewise feathered guardians with a glow of soft, cosmic blue, shimmering with a mix of silvery and indigo hues. You feel their presence as soon as they're near, this deep calm washing over you, like they're grounding you in something ancient yet boundless. They have these wise, compassionate eyes that hold the secrets of entire galaxies, and the way they communicate is almost magical. No words, just pure resonance that reaches right into your soul. When you connect to their frequency, it's like stepping out of the limitations of time. In their energy, time doesn't feel linear anymore. It's more like an endless, flowing ocean, where every possibility already exists. They help you see beyond the now, beyond the past or future, and guide you into the space where everything just is. The shift in perception lets you start releasing your grip on time as a solid structure. You begin to understand that time, as we know it, is more of an illusion, a construct we've made to give shape to our experience. But with the Blue Avians, you feel the weight of that construct lift, opening up a whole new way to see your place in reality. And here's the truly exciting part: as you tune into their frequency, they help you feel out the pathways between realities, like hidden trails through the cosmos. They show you that these passages exist in this infinite, multi-dimensional landscape, where moving from one reality to another is about shifting your vibration, not about traveling in the physical sense. The Blue Avians teach you how to align yourself with these different frequencies, helping you understand that it's about intention and clarity of thought. They reveal that every possible version of you exists somewhere in this vast web, and by tuning in, you can move seamlessly between versions, experiencing realities beyond anything you might have imagined. And guiding you through this, the Blue Avians show that we are not just observers of reality, we are creators. They encourage you to explore with an open heart, letting go of rigid ideas of time and space, and to trust in the incredible, expansive nature of existence. Connecting with them is like opening a door to infinite possibilities, a journey where you learn to see all life as interconnected, fluid, and truly limitless. Source: Heartlight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.